Hello, everyone. It's William from Montreal. If you're visiting my business page for the first time, I want to welcome you and I want to say thank you for taking that time to be here to look at this go live. And if you're watching the replay, I also say thank you. Today, we have a special guest in our month of go live. This go live is going to be every single day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So for 4 days, for the rest of the month, I'm going to be coming on with different business partners. They are going to be sharing their whys, why they came into this business, and why they think this business is the ideal business, and which will be something you need to consider. You need to consider. So, without further ado, I bring in my guest for today. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, everyone.
How you doing?
Awesome.
Great, great. Thanks for taking the time to be here in this Go Live today. I really appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure. So happy to be here.
Cool. Can you just introduce yourself to our audience so they know who they are listening to?
Sure. I'm basically a military spouse. My wife is military. She works as an air traffic control
Nice.
person. And basically, I follow her all over the place. And for the last 20 years, I've been working in health and safety. So I was a health and safety inspector. I was working with mines. I was working um, in hospitals, like industries and things like that.
Yeah.
And when we got our first posting about 2 years ago, I moved out to Halifax and I had to look at what I was going to do as a career. So before I continue with my career and stuff, I'm going to talk about my kids. I have three beautiful children. One that is
Nice.
5. His name is Skylar. A little girl that's 7. Her name is Brooklyn. She's going to turn 8 next month.
Oh,
And I have
congratulations.
Naomi, who is an adult now. She's 19 years old. So she's our wild one, but that's all good. We have to learn.
Yeah.
So yeah, our three kids, like the two are our two youngest live with us, and our oldest decided to go into an apartment, and now she's got a boyfriend. And you know how it goes when they're 19.
Yeah.
So with the two little ones, we try to do as much as we can with them. So like I was saying, 2 years ago, I lost my job. I followed Jose down to Halifax,
Yeah.
and in our beautiful country, Canada, there is some
Yeah.
discrepancies in schooling. And one of them is when you go to school in Quebec, certain provinces don't recognize the Quebec schooling.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So basically, the only thing that was recognized was my high school. So all of my
Mm,
university and college wasn't considered. So I had to actually try to think about what I was going to do as a job.
yeah.
I basically applied all over the place. I applied for the Canadian government. I applied, and the only job I got was through an incentive for military spouses.
Okay.
That was through the base, and that got me into Service Canada. So
Okay.
I've been working for the last year and a half for Service Canada. But that
Cool.
being said, um, I had to change completely my field. So I don't do health and safety anymore. I haven't done it for 2 years. Now I've been doing investigation work for fraud.
Okay.
So everything that has to do with CERB, so the Canadian Emergency Response Benefit.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing for the last year and a half.
Wow. That's actually, I kind of like resonated with you in terms of moving with your spouse because, you know, my dad was a military officer. So,
Oh, cool.
we were always moving wherever he's posted to, we move. So I
Yeah,
kind of like understand that situation.
yeah. And between you and me, it sucks.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, most
It really
especially if
does.
you're still like your kids now. Every time they have new friends, new colleagues in school, and because
Yeah.
of the move and all that, I know it's not
Yeah.
easy for
New
them.
churches, new
Yeah,
hospitals, new
yeah,
everything. Like we go to Sunday school and everything, and it's something that basically hits hard with the kids. Like they
yeah,
lose their groups, and like they're French, so they're learning English. They're starting to know how to speak with their friends, and all of a sudden
Okay.
we uproot them and bring them to North Bay. It's going to be different, but it's a new experience.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Cool. All right. So, my first question for you: what happened that made you decide to look for a plan B?
Well, we've been aborting it for the last few minutes, basically changing my lifestyle from a full time worker to no job at all, then looking for work.
Yeah.
When I did find that job, like I said, I was looking all over the place. I was looking to get into the online space. I wanted to work with as a trip advisor,
Okay.
so selling trips and advising people
Hmm.
with Expedia and things like that. So that's really what I wanted initially. But then you know how it works on Facebook and on all of the different platforms. You start looking for online jobs, well, everything pops up at the same time. So,
It's true.
so I ended up with
True.
this opportunity, and it was awesome. So and but the first thing that hit hard, I'd say, is what is this business? And that's it's a mystery when you actually learn about it, but it's basically what we're doing right now. We're talking with
Yeah,
people, we're online, and that's what it is. It's online marketing. That's
it's
the
true.
only thing you have to think about. And once I got that, I was hooked.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, we online, you know, when you say online marketing, some people might think it's MLM, you know, which is not. It is totally different from MLM. And I don't know why people, probably because MLM has become, that's multi-level marketing, has become so popular online in the online space that
Yep,
whatever you're doing, people think, oh, it's MLM, or you're getting friends and family to, to buy into your product or whatever and all that. But this business is totally different. It's not that. It's not that.
it is. It's your own business.
Yeah.
And I like comparing it to a franchise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, it's the low end part of franchises with a high return. That's how you have to
Yes.
look at it. So you're basically buying into a franchise and you exploit that franchise with your name, you put your image, and you attract
Yeah.
people like you to it. And
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
very simple. Um,
It's
my
true.
wife is military, the biggest MLM there is, the biggest pyramid scheme there is. There's one commander and many soldiers at the bottom. So it's,
Definitely. Yeah.
they're all over the place. So pyramids and things like that, that's thing of the past.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
My second question is, why online? What made you decide to do online instead of other means of doing business?
Well, brick and mortar businesses is basically unfeasible for me because my wife being military were posted, so I'd have to shut down shop all the time and reopen
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's something I didn't like. I did do that in Saguenay when I was living there. I did have my own consulting company. So when I moved here, I lost all of my business. So I
Oh.
couldn't launch anything back up.
Yeah.
So basically, the online space is always there and there's no fixed address. So whether you're in Halifax, China, Russia, down south in Cuba, it's
Yeah.
always running and you can run it from anywhere without a fixed address. And nowadays everything's online and so easy. Like we all have a
Yeah.
cell phone and it's simple.
Yeah.
It goes with you everywhere.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Some people think, if you are online, it's not a real business. You know, I don't know
But it
where
is.
they got that conception from.
Yeah.
For anything we've learned from COVID, if you don't have an online presence, you are like, I mean, what are you doing? I mean,
Exactly. And another part of the business that people don't talk about often is when you do start up a business, there's deductibles and all that with
yeah,
your income tax.
yeah,
And one of the big questions people often ask is, do you make money? Well, yes, you do make money.
Yes.
Just the fact of doing your taxes, you have a legit company, it's your business, you're running it, you've got ad expenses, you've got meetings, you've got all sorts of equipment that you need.
Yeah.
It's a business. So, yes, you have tax deductibles and all that. And at the end of the year, you actually make money.
Yes.
And it also helps with your household income.
Yeah.
It's it's a side hustle. Like if you want to start as a side hustle, you go for it. You want to start as a full-time person, you can. As of
Yeah.
in 2 weeks after my next posting, because we're being posted to North Bay in 2 weeks, I'm going
Okay.
to be doing this full time. So that's another different thing. Like I won't have to go back to work, wake up at 7 every morning, and that's going to be awesome. It runs 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah. Whether you're on vacation, whether you're being posted anywhere, you can do this business. It goes with you.
Yeah.
Anywhere you
Like
go, it goes with you.
one of our colleagues often says, it's a year round vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
That's good. Awesome. Cool. Third question is, what is the one thing you would like to see happen in this business for you as part of your bucket list? If there's one thing, what would
The
that be?
one thing the one thing that I would really, 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 really like is to buy myself a Tesla.
A Tesla. Nice. Nice. Nice.
And it's not too far away because I'm already at the Chevrolet Bolt, so the Tesla is my next step up. So that's my next thing on the bucket list. That will be it.
Cool.
We have talked about, because like we've given ourselves goals also. We have talked about moving to Costa Rica. So that is
Okay.
also something that we might be doing in the near future. Um,
Cool.
but yeah, it's a step by step process. We'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. But so far, we're, we're getting there.
Cool.
We're
Like I
checking
always
things
tell
off.
my guests, you know, you're in this business. This is the perfect business. If there's something that you really want to achieve, whether you want to do mission work, you want to open up a foundation, or you want to, do anything in life, you know, this
Yeah,
business is online. It goes with you, and it produces results. And as you rightly said, we pay taxes for it. It's not like a
exactly.
pyramid scheme where people don't pay taxes, or they don't do things, or they do things which is not legitimate. This business is a legitimate business. That's what I keep telling people. If you want to come into this business, you should have the mind that you're not getting into a scam, number one. Number two, you should be ready to work for it, because people think if you're online, you just lay back and you don't
Yeah,
do much. No, you have to, do your part. It is your
exactly.
business. It's like a real business. It's just that the only difference between this and what we see in the brick and mortar is that we are online. Brick and mortar is like a physical store. So there
Yeah,
are no difference. It's just that's just the only thing you know
yeah.
so I mean, I'm pretty excited for you that you're going to get your Tesla very soon. And
I
also,
will.
you guys are thinking of moving to down south,
Yeah,
which your business goes with you. It's pretty perfect. There's a perfect business to do that.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one important factor that you did not mention is we do get a T4 at the end of the year.
Yes.
That is the most important thing because pyramids don't give you a T4.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. And my fourth question is, what would you say to anyone who is looking to start up a business online?
What I would
Probably they are
say,
skeptical or whatever. What would you say to them?
well, my wife is skeptical, was skeptical at the very beginning. I wasn't. Um, what would I say is, if it's for you, you will go forward. If it's not, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's Don't push yourself into it. If you want to do it, do it. That's all I would say because not everything is for everyone.
Yeah.
And like we're very big on social media. My wife is extremely big on TikTok. We're close to 20,000 followers,
Wow, nice.
millions of views. And so, depending on what kind of person you are, this is not necessarily for everyone, but there's always a way to go around things.
Yeah,
Um, if you want to see what it is, go forward, watch the free information session. It costs nothing, zero. And if that piques your curiosity and you want to see what it is, follow the next steps. It's a step by step process.
yeah,
So start with a free webinar and then go from there. I was looking into selling trips. What was their first step? It was to actually go to a meeting and meet with the owners of the Expedia cruise ships
yeah,
and just basically learn about the business. And if you're interested, you actually continue. If you don't, that's that. So it's the same thing everywhere. And it's very important. Take the first steps, watch the free information session. It's only 90 minutes,
yeah,
and then go from there. That's the best part. And when they have questions, come to us. That's what we're here for. You're the
yeah,
perfect person. Your website's down at the bottom. Go ahead, see Will. You'll be able to get all the info you need. Ah, he
yeah,
just popped it on.
yeah. Cool, cool. Yeah, and that reminds me, tomorrow is going to be the free workshop.
Yep.
So I'm also going to add Andre's link to this post, so you guys can, come in either through myself or Andre, and see how we can help you. We are here to help people. We're not here to make money for ourselves. Yeah, we do that. At the same time, we're also helping people to make money. And not
Exactly.
just money. This business changes a lot of things it has changed a lot of things in my life, and I believe it has done for you, Andrea, as well.
It
It's not
does.
just the money part, the psychological part, the emotional part, so many aspects of, we as business owners, we are being transformed as a result of this business.
One part that has helped us a lot, me and Jose, because we do this together all the way through. Like I was surprised that you asked me to come on here alone because normally it's Andre and Jose. But yeah, Jose is basically a person that I married. I knew exactly who she was, what she was into, and things like that. But I've seen a creative side to her that I never ever knew she had before. She's been doing more art. She's been doing more like she's into paintings, and she's never painted before. So it's all things that you get to develop. You work on
Yeah,
yourself and who you
yeah,
are, and I think that's the biggest part that I've gotten from this business, and I want people to live that. That's
yeah,
basically what I want them to learn.
definitely, definitely. Cool. Awesome. And my final question for today is, what is your favorite pastime activity?
I haven't done it in a long time, but I do have a college degree in music,
Oh, nice.
and I'm a saxophone player. So I do
Oh,
like playing the saxophone, but like I said, I haven't done it in I'd say maybe a year. I haven't played.
okay.
Just question of being too busy, the kids, the move. Like we've only
Yeah,
been here in Halifax for a year, so it's been a little difficult. But yeah, my favorite pastime is playing the saxophone.
cool. Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Actually, I have two musical instruments. I have a guitar and a keyboard.
oh, that's
Believe
cool.
me, I have not touched them for years.
But my brain doesn't work like that because there's a difference between harmonic instruments and melodic, and I'm more melodic. I can't like my brain can't make two sounds at the same time. Like no, doesn't work. Too
Uh,
complicated for me.
nice, nice.
Um,
Thank you so much, Andre.
it
Before I let you go, do you have any last words for my viewers?
basically trust your gut. If you want to learn more, go ahead, watch the free information session tomorrow night with Will. You're in good hands. He's an awesome partner. And if ever you have questions, reach out. You see it's written markup, just Google us.
Yeah.
We're all over Google. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Google My Business. I'm missing a few, TikTok,
Yeah.
Twitter,
LinkedIn,
LinkedIn.
everywhere.
I'm everywhere. So yeah.
Yeah.
So just reach out. We're here for that.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much, Andre. I really appreciate your time, and hope to do this probably later on in the future, maybe 6 months, a year from now.
Perfect. I'm always free and here for you.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Take care. Bye for now.
Bye bye.
So, guys, yes, that's my first guest in this month long Go Live, which I'm going to be having every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So, um, like he said, you know, just check out the business. We have our links. And if you feel this business is for you, you just simply watch the information session after you've entered in your name and email address in our links on our website. I mean, check it out. It's just 90 minutes and see if this business is for you. If it is for you, okay. If it is not for you, same thing. We are being blessed by this business. That's why we are out, you know, letting you guys know about this opportunity. And I believe that if you decide to be part of us, you're not going to regret it. So many of us have been doing this business for years now, and we have over 80,000 business owners in this community. So if it is not legit, I don't know, what you might be thinking, but all I can say, check it out and see how this business can help you and your family. Thanks, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. William signing out. Bye for now.